The day before Thanksgiving, my mom called and told me that my daughter has been touched. And she told me that it was my husband. I was like, no way. I mean, it can't be. So, I mean, on the way going to our house, I mean, my emotions and everything, I mean, it's just, they're everywhere. And it's hard. I never would think I'd be in this situation on your stage. I mean, away from my kids.
What exactly did your mother tell you?
She told me that my daughter came to her and said that she was touched. And then when I got there, my daughter told me that her dad put his hand on her leg and her shoulder. And then my mom was like, go ahead and tell him what you told me. And my daughter like froze up. She didn't want to say nothing. And then my mom was like, do you want to go to the bathroom with your mommy and talk? And my daughter, she said, yeah. And then at that moment I couldn't. I was feeding my 3-month-old baby. And then my mom decided to go to the bathroom with my daughter. Not even 5 minutes of being in the bathroom with my daughter, my mom comes out and says, I need you to come to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, and that's where my daughter states that that my husband touched her sexually. And from then I went to my house. I went and confronted my husband and asked him, I mean, what's going on? I mean, she's saying you've touched her. And I mean, he really had nothing to say. I mean, he was frozen. I mean, it pissed him off. I mean, and then from that day, I mean, I didn't know what else to do. It was like an emotional roller coaster. And then the next day I took her and got a rape kit. The rape kit shows there's no evidence and no proof that she's been touched, but they said they also can't say she hasn't been touched.
Well, if there's molestation where there wouldn't be evidence you can touch in a way where there's no protrusion or things of that nature, but still sexually molesting somebody. Did your daughter ever tell you, directly to you, that her father did this?
No.
She's only said it to your mother?
Yes.
Do you find that odd?
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I would find it very odd that my children wouldn't confide into me, but they would tell somebody else.
Yeah, because I mean, my daughter's, I mean, she's came to me about other things, but I mean, never about something like this. I mean.
You know, you're married and you have these 6 kids in your house. Life is going along, and your wife tells you that her mother says you touched her daughter.
Yes.
Your daughter.
Exactly.
When you hear this, what is going through your mind?
It feel like it shocked me, you know, because never got nothing in my mind about my kids. I've been have kids since '95, and I never got a problem. I never think I'm gonna be in this problem like this.
So you're saying you never touched your daughter inappropriately?
Never, 100%.
Why do you think you're being accused of this?
Oh, well, every year we leave the kids with her mom for when the baby born. But this time, I think it's happened because we go out of town work, and she go with me. She don't want to stay at home with kids. Her mom said, if you put charges, you immigration, take Delfino to Mexico, and it all started right there.
You know, I just was thinking backstage, your husband came here and took a lie detector test, and if he were to pass, and your mother kind of made this story up, did she take a test for fabrication? She did. Would you ever be able to repair the relationship with your mother, knowing that your kids are going to be gone away from a year to 15 months?
If my mom has did this, I'm sorry, but she's gonna have to go to jail, and there will be no contact between me or my kids. I mean, it is what it is, but.
Because your wife, I don't know if you heard backstage, she does believe that you wouldn't do something like this.
No, never.
How you doing, man?
I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
And I'm here for you, Deborah. And nobody made this up. And nobody coached
Well, where's it coming from, Mom?
It's coming from your daughter, Deborah.
Exactly, it came from her.
And
but
from
if
him.
somebody, I mean, if you guys
I'll
both
never
pass.
understand why you say age is a difference. My 2 older daughters, their dad was 18 years older than me. I've never said nothing to you about age. This isn't about
Well,
you.
he didn't say that.
I did.
She did.
And I don't understand that either, because they
He
just
said
never...
you don't like him because he stopped doing favors for you.
That's a lie. He was the one that I loved out of all of my son-in-laws.
Do you believe that he molested your granddaughter?
I believe my granddaughter.
Okay. What exactly did she say to you?
She said that her dad had her in the bathroom and that he put his hand on her shoulder and then her leg, and then he put his hand on her little monkey and tapped it.
Did you do that?
Never.
Debbie, you did come here and you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, are you fabricating the story that Delfino sexually touched your granddaughter? You answered no. Did you coach your granddaughter to say that Delfino sexually touched her? You answered no. The results came back the same, and they came back that Debbie told the truth.
I told you, I didn't fabricate anything. I told you. Did I fabricate it now?
Not me either.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
Because they're only taking my hard body and
At least
soul.
where you can leave me alone. Right here.
No, you need to get out and let her get her kids back. You need to have enough if you love her and
Well,
these
we'll find
kids.
out right here if he
Let's
needs
see.
to get out or not, Mom.
Even if he, well, okay.
Even if what? What were you going to say?
Even if it does show that he didn't, he still needs to get out
No,
till the
he's
kids
not
come
leaving
back.
if,
So you
this
want me to do
comes
the
out.
same
He
thing
did
about
not
her?
do it, no.
Hold on a second.
You see that?
That's the only
Hold
way
on,
we're going to
hold
give
on.
him back.
What you're saying, even if he passes, he needs to get out of her house.
Yeah, because this show's not going to help him
So
up in
her
Indianapolis.
test is not valid either.
And we asked him, did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? He answered no. The results for Delfino's lie detector test is that Delfino told the truth.
Hey, listen to me. You heard what I said.
What is it? I can hear you. I'm what?
I love you, and I did it's really, I mean,
If
I
you
hated
love
you
me-
for a minute because I had to.
I don't care. If I
You
love you, I'm
understand it
gonna
was a
say
baby.
we're gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna accuse you because I love you. I don't think you do this.
You have
or no,
to.
You see?
So I wonder if this was a case of a kid being mad at their parent because of the way they were disciplined. And now, 12 months, maybe 15, of them being raised by strangers. And listen, I understand there's a lot of good people in the foster care system that are doing this out of the goodness of their heart, trying to provide
But
good
that's
homes.
the thing. They're not being good to my kids. They're sending
But
my
I'm
kids
saying
to
there's
school in
also,
the same clothes.
you're rolling the dice that everything goes right. Now, we're not talking about 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids,
This is
4
all
kids,
6
5
of my kids.
This is all 6 of her kids taken away. And if you've known this guy for 13 years, did you ever go to him and ask him if he did it?
I did.
She told me not to. She said she
I
was
went the
handling
same day,
it.
and I mean, I confronted
Yeah.
him the same day
And
about
what
it.
did he say?
I mean, he was frozen. He was shocked. And I mean, it's things that you would never think you'd be accused of in your life. And I mean, for his daughter to say that he's touched her.
Right.
I mean, the next day.
So
I
what do
took
you
her-
do now as a mom? Your kids are gone for a
I'm
year.
going crazy. I mean, this is destroying me. I mean, I'm shattered. I mean, it's hard because my babies, they're not even old enough to tell me if the people they're with is being mean to them. I mean,
Well,
they're
like
only
I said,
two
I-
and 3.
I don't know how much influence our show could have on your situation when you go back home, but I would certainly encourage you to feel free to have anybody back home contact our show, and maybe we can help in some way that he came and took this test, that he passed. And I would hope that you get your kids back as soon as possible.
Me too.